Tell me where you're coming in from. Hi, guys. Come on in. We're going to talk a little bit about how we can evolve and how we can grow to our fullest potential. So come on in and join me. We're going to talk about my book, A Radical Awakening, and what it really means to radically awaken. Grab your copy wherever copies are sold. I'm so excited to share this with the world and to help all of us, especially us women, to dismantle from our attachments to institutions, to the way culture has indoctrinated us to play small, and to really break our ceilings. What does it mean to shatter the ceilings of our mental and cultural and psychological conditioning? Hi, guys. Hi from Mozambique. You're waiting for your book in Mexico. Hi, guys. So this is available on Audible, 15 hours for you to exercise to cook to walk with. And it's in hard copy. Go grab your copy. So what does it mean to radically awaken? Why do we need to radically awaken? Why do women especially need to truly discover that they are ensconced, encaged, enslaved within a cultural matrix that suppresses their truth? So, just an example, I'm a woman, hello, and I've been so vociferous about promoting this book and getting the message out there. And I cannot tell you how many times men on these chats or in the reviews or on Facebook or Instagram have been coming to me with comments that I should not be promoting. I should not be selling, right? And these comments are explicit and they are subconscious, but very dogmatically designed to keep us quiet. Women at all stages of the game, corporate or just at the school playground or at school drop-off, just at a party, we are constantly, explicitly given the message that we need to not be out there. We need to not be bold. We need to not make trouble. We can't be dramatic. And because we have been conditioned to be the good girls, to be the pleasers, we are very afraid, very subconsciously afraid to shatter the ceiling of that conditioning and show up bold, daring, loud, not loud as in strident, not loud as in violent, not loud as in dominating, but really with our presence. Men are afraid that we will change. And not all men, some men are highly evolved, some. But it is a threat. It is a threat to the status quo if we women discover our knowing, step into our power, and truly rise and raise our children to rise. What does that mean to radically awaken? It means to question, to use our faculties. We've been given this enormous capacity to question, to not simply take dogma with a spoon as if it's nectar. Because when we do that, we dumb our intelligence, we dumb our analytic capacities, we dumb our inner power. When we accept the status quo from society, from culture, from even our parents, sorry to say, because thou shalt be obedient, whatever. We've been raised to dumbify ourselves. And women especially, because we've been told that to be caring, to be loving, to be nurturing, is to put others first. And when we do that, at the obliteration of our own inner power, we hand ourselves on a platter to the toxic patriarchy, The toxic patriarchy is a system. It's not against men. It is a system that currently rules the globe through domination, through suppression of those underneath the hierarchical power structures, women, children, the earth, and people of color. So, and this includes men who are also being subjugated. It is a system of severance from inner power for fear that we will be in anarchy. But that is a lie. You know, people always say, who will we be without our belief systems? Oh, we will be interconnected together, one, more harmonious, more cooperative. Every war in the past 50 years has been around religion and race, ideological warfare. And right now, what's happening in the world? Look everywhere. It is about domination, territorialism, oppression, and sequestering of vast peoples, property, and races. Brown people in particular have been at the other end of oppression. And people won't like to acknowledge that. But most wars in the current era are not because of survival. It's not because, hey, I need 10 more bananas to feed my tribe. It's not. It's for sport. It's for ideology. It's for attachment to beliefs. So who will we be? Chris says, I'm a male and very much love your book, your mindset, and your message. Yes. You go. You buy the book for all your male friends and dare them to read the book, to embrace the power. Another man, Ron Harris, as a single father, I must say your inspirational message is truly the armor women out here need to battle the toxic forces. Hello, Ron. Okay, I've got Chris, I've got Ron. How many more men here? So this is what we need. We need our brothers. We need you, Chris and Ron, to help us women, to encourage us. And at first, we're going to be a little bit like shrieky, because when you let us out of the cage, we are going to come out with anger. So when black people riot, okay, now I'm going everywhere, but you know, everything is connected. When black people riot, we're like, oh, why are they rioting? Why are they so like unruly? Why are they so destructive? Hello? Be suppressed for 400 years. You be suppressed for 400 years. And you tell me, right? The Palestinians stuck in occupied territories in Gaza and the East Jerusalem, when they come out, they're going to be raving lunatics in reaction to suppression. So when we women, feminists, come out in anger, I understand, right? I don't condone it, but I understand. But that's not the answer, right? Ultimately, we have to come together. Ultimately, we have to come to peace. But, you know, you batter a woman, she's going to freaking cut your penis off, okay? She is. I get it. Because none of us want to be suppressed. None of us want to be oppressed. So there is a reaction to that. And then when the reaction is a bit too loud, or like, oh, we're going to break some stores, again, I'm not condoning it. I'm understanding, where does it come from? Where does your child rebel from? Where is that child's rebellion coming from? Is it because your child is just a cuckoo bird? Your child just decided to be a bloody pain in the butt? Well, they are a little bit. But did they decide that with intention? From the age of 9 to the age of 18, I'm going to really ruin my parents' lives? No. The reason that they are destructive against themselves, really, and rebellious is because they're rebelling against some suppression, rebelling against some oppression. Okay, we don't want to see that as parents. We're like, bad kid, take the kid for therapy and prescribe a medication and shut the kid up. And all my work in parenting is understand where is anyone's rebellion coming from? Why do we lie? Why do we lie? We lie because we woke up to be liars, right? Every time I've lied in my life, and I have lied, I've just not said the truth. You all think you'll never lie. Every one of us have lied. You know why? Because we're afraid of judgment. Correct? No husband wants to lie. Okay, he didn't wake up and get married, go through all that, go through, pay for the flowers, get into the contract of marriage because he's a liar by nature. Some people are. But even those people have been traumatized. No one wants to lie. We lie and sly and stealth and cheat because we have come up against something that is condemning us. Shame, guilt, suppression, oppression. So then the reaction to that is extremism, yes? So when we women come out, hi Pema Chodin from Bhutan, my favorite place in the world that I've never been to, but on my bucket list. When we women come out and we're a bit like I'm all like, buy the book, buy the book, buy the book. Yeah, because I'm like in an urgent panic attack, like because I want women to wake up. So now when the men tell me, oh, why are you promoting your book? It's because it's time. Like, hello, how much to be suppressed? So understand when people of color go a little bit too much, understand where it's coming from. The Palestinians who are occupied, and if they come out in rage because they're living in a system of oppression. I'm not blaming anybody, I'm just saying the isness of the isness, yes? There is no justification for oppression. So your children will rebel because they have been oppressed, because they do not feel like they have been heard, and they've been treated like herds. So when we treat others like cattle, including our men. We women treat our men like cattle too. Only look at me, only love my body, only like my breasts, don't like anyone else's breasts. The guy is like, okay, okay. I take a vow, I will not look and be a looker. I will use my eyes only for you. What nonsense, right? So all of us are doing it to all of us. Okay? And this book is about breaking that in ourselves. Because when we break it within ourselves, when we stop oppressing ourselves by false ideological inner warfare, I'll tell you how we women have engaged in internal ideological warfare. Every time a woman looks in the mirror, she engages. I don't care how beautiful you are. I don't care how skinny you are. I don't care how buxom you are. Every woman who looks in the mirror, for at least their 20s and 30s till they awaken, look at all the flaws, okay? We're like, oh, do you see I have extra fat here? Or do you see I don't have a nice collarbone, right? The guys are not looking at our collarbones. Do you see us women wearing these lashes? You think guys care about the length of your lashes? No, they just care about the length of their penis. They don't care about the length of your lashes. What are we doing? Wearing curtains on our eyes. Yes, I'll tell you why we're wearing curtains on our eyes. It's because I love them though. They look so lovely. I want curtains. Every time I go for an interview, I'm like, you have any fake lashes? So I'm not above all of it, but I understand I want to understand where is it coming from. It's coming from internal ideological warfare because we have been conditioned by culture to believe we need to be eternally young, eternally desirable, and we're trying to snatch the attention of everyone around us. Part of it is in our biological nature, but we've gone so extreme that we're mutating ourselves, yes? We're willing to mutate. I'm like, give me new cheekbones. Yes? Take it from my ass and put it here. Yes? I'll do it if it was for free and didn't hurt. But it hurts, so I'm a wimp. But I see that I want it. I want it, I want it, I want it. Because my ideological glitch is that I need to be of this standard. I want to be the best mother. You want to be the best mother. You want to be the best cook. You want to be the sexiest person. You want to be the richest person. Oh my goodness. These are all cultural scripts to create a sense, an eternal sense of unworthiness. Now, we don't want to see this within ourselves. We don't want to own that we oppress ourselves. We want to blame the patriarchy. We want to blame the men. The men are not oppressing us any more than we are. We oppress ourselves. And this book is to shake women up, to go, okay, the only way that we can get if we call the patriarchy toxic, to get the patriarchy to quieten down is for us to take no prisoners within ourselves, for us to rise into our own internal sovereignty, to change our own internal oppression to internal celebration. But if we women don't do it for ourselves, you are always looking beautiful. You are beautiful. You accept your cellulite. You accept your wrinkles. Of course, if you want to do whatever you want to do, do it. But know that you are doing it because somewhere you feel unworthy because of culture. Culture has taught us that we are not good enough. And this is what I talk about in this book. The pill that kills is that we have believed that we are unworthy. Right? I write, is good really good? The question, am I good enough, plagues all of us, men and women. But it mostly plagues women. Who on this planet, I write on page 24, if you bought the book, you would read it yourself. Who on this planet can meet the standards posed by culture? You are correct. No one. But this is not what we are told. We are given the misguided sense that somehow, if we were just this enough, or just that enough, miraculously, we can become that good. This, of course, is a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap that leads to a gnawing and perpetual sense of unworthiness. Carol, Eugenius, internalized misogyny is understandable when swimming in capitalism, European beauty standard, and colonial legacy of patriarchy. Hello, do I not have the best audience, Miss Carol? I always tell all my friends who are not part of my, tribe, that you don't understand. The women and the men who come to my conferences and come to my talks, because I'm so narcissistic, are so amazing. Did you just read what Carol just wrote? It's on Facebook for Instagram people. Amazing, because we get it. We want to be different. Let me just tell you, if you're a conscious woman looking for a conscious guy, in case you are, they may be at my next conference, but there'll only be 3 or 4, okay? But they will show up there because conscious men understand there are a small growing number. You will find them at my conference. Yes, I attract them. So if you want to hang out with conscious women, come to my conferences, because this is how like attracts like, and we radiate together. Doesn't mean I don't attract some lunatics too, but that's always part of the course. To value ourselves, I'm reading from A Radical Awakening, grab your book. To value ourselves, love ourselves, and honor ourselves only if we are X, Y, and Z is the subconscious subscript we have been burdened with for too long. We treat ourselves as worthy only if certain criteria are met. We need to become someone or something, and only then can we achieve acceptance. So pervasive is inauthenticity and loss of self that sometimes I think it's an aspect of a woman's emotional DNA in this culture. We seem to be conditioned to be lost, trained early to forget our true self, brainwashed to forfeit who we really are. We have been losing ourselves since before we were even born, through our ancestors, generation after generation. We have been trained as women to be lost unto ourselves. When we are fumbling, stumbling, hesitant, quiet, careful, cautious, we are good women because we don't rock the boat. We follow. We follow the patriarchy in religion. We follow the patriarchy in education and competition. But this is not our true nature. Our true nature is to be matriarchal, powerful, supportive of our men and our sisters, of our brothers and our sisters. We women are the connectors. We women are the tribe builders. We women are the child bearers. We have so much power within us, but we have been decimated from that inner voice. We've been told, oh, stop being so emotional, stop being so dramatic, stop making so much trouble, don't have an opinion about everything. And why should we not? We have a thinking mind, we have a beating heart, we have emotions, we have feelings, we have reactions. We're not chattel. And neither were black people chattel. And black people now, when they protest or they're suffering from intergenerational trauma, or oppressed people in India, or oppressed people in the Middle East, or oppressed women in the Middle East, you know what to do. When they then come out, they're going to come out with an onslaught of reactivity. We need to understand that. Why do parents always say, oh, my kid is a teenager? You know why we're like so scared of our kids who become teenagers? Because they're not taking our shit anymore. They're like, oh, now they're using their mind. They're like, oh, I thought you were a goddess. I thought you were perfect, my parents, but I see you're full of shit. And they tell us, and they withdraw because they have felt so betrayed by our bullshit, and they come to realize when they're 17, holy moly, you are a mess. You are a workaholic, you're an addict, you're a liar, you're a cheater. Like, right? Why do teenagers withdraw? In the hoodie, behind the door, because they're like, get me out of here, get me out of here. This is cuckoo land. And we're like, oh, my teenager is so difficult, my teenager is so slanderous, so vilifying, so evil. They're not evil. They've just woken up to the lies we've been telling them. So women, it's time for us to really wake up, to really radicalize our inner worth into some sense of empowerment. We need to convert. We need to transform. We've been told lies, and we're telling lies to ourselves. We've been lying to ourselves that we are unworthy, that we are supposed to be quiet, that we're supposed to be at the back of the line, that we're supposed to be, shh, don't say anything. Grandpa will get upset. Grandma will get angry. Okay, so we've been living subjugated to other people's comfort zone, to other people's unconsciousness. And we've been prostituting ourselves to the power of the patriarchy. And then we're angry with the patriarchy. We need to wake up. We don't wait for the patriarchy to give us permission. We don't say, okay, come, and we're waiting for the red carpet. Where's the red carpet? No one's going to give you the red carpet till you give it to yourself. You lay out the red carpet for yourself every morning when you wake up. You look in the mirror and give yourself 2 thumbs up, and you compliment yourself because you are worthy. So this is what my book is about. In the book, I'm very gentle. But with you, I'm a little bit loud and strident because I only have a little bit of time. But look how long. Go read my book. If you want the women in your life, including your partners or yourself, to wake the F up, okay? It's time to wake up. It is time to wake up. We women need to wake up. We have the heart, we have the connection, we have the power in a beautiful way to heal ourselves, to heal our children, and to heal our brothers. Our brothers just don't understand because we've been sitting quietly. We need to educate. We need to check them. We need to say, hey, here I am. We've made the patriarchy used to our subjugation, right? So it's not the patriarchy's fault. We need to say, oh, time for a change. Time for a drastic turn of power. The power needs to hand it back to us, but we need to take the power back. Why would they give up the baton? They're loving it. So we need to rise up. This is not against men. When an awakened woman rises to her inner connection and sovereignty, she connects with men. She has compassion towards men. Men are suffering too in this patriarchy. They are cut off from their hearts. They're cut off from their sexuality. They are shamed in their own way. They're told, be powerful, dominate, compete. And so many men don't want to do that. But they feel shamed too. The patriarchy isn't good for men or women. So I'm pulling women to the front and saying, okay, we have the power to even heal our brothers. We have that much restorative energy within us. Look how we take care of our children. Look how we take care of the elderly. Look how we take care of everyone around us. This is our legacy. We can take care of our men and bring them back to sanity. The patriarchy has made our males insane. It's not the male's fault. It's the system's fault. So we women, through a radical awakening, can wake ourselves up and wake our brothers. The call to the heart is best made by a woman who's in her heart. This is what this book is about. It's returning women to their heart. And when a woman is in her heart, she will wake up the heart in her brothers. We have this power. So this book is not simply a book for the sake of motivation. It is a wake-up call. It is a urgent clarion, a trumpet sound to remind us of our inner power. We women have been asleep to what lies in our bellies, in our hearts, in our inner knowing. This book is to wake us up. And when you wake up, you wake others up as well. So this is the call and the mission and the vision of this book. It's not just for us. It's for our children, for our brothers, for the earth, for our dying animals on this planet. This is the time. This is the movement.